Howdy, lieutenants and economists.
The most volatile, evil, disgusting things on the planet, humans. If you have a video request, you can always go to assholeconsulting.com.
Yeah, I am gonna charge you, kids. And that is the importance of not fucking up.
You are such an asshole!
Good evening, asshole friend. Could you do a Clarey test on the still current reigning hide-and-seek champion, Jimmy Hoffa? I'm also a vet. Do I need to show my VA card? I'm almost doing that because there's been a couple places where I'm like, oh yeah, they weren't. So let's do it. Jimmy Hoffa. I know nothing about the guy. What was it? Jack Nicholson did a movie with him. All right, he disappeared. He was declared dead in '82, but he disappeared in '75. So that would have made him 42. He was my age before he died. Did I do the math right? No, I'm sorry. I did that math. Oh, wow. Horribly wrong. 62. All right. James Riddle Hoffa was an American labor union leader who served as president of the International Brotherhood of Teamsters Union from 1957 until 1951. From an early age, Hoffa was a union activist, became an important regional figure in the IBT by his mid-20s. By 1952, he was national vice president of the IBT and was its general president between 57 and 71. He secured the first national agreement for Teamsters rates in 1964 with the National Master Freight Agreement. He played a major role in the growth and development of the union, which eventually became the largest by membership in the United States with over 2.3 million members at its peak during his term as its leader. I'm curious, I know nothing about him. I just know he was in the union and he got bumped off. Hoffa became involved with organized crime from the early years of his Teamsters work, and this connection continued until his disappearance in 1975. He was convicted of jury tampering, attempted bribery, and fraud in 1964 in two separate trials. He was imprisoned in 1967 and sentenced to 13 years. Well, wait, when he was sentenced in 61, how was he the president? Wow, still was president there. That would have put him in 1980. In mid-1971, he resigned as the president of the union as part of a commutation agreement with President Richard Nixon, and he was released later that year, although he was barred from union activities until 1980. Hoffa, hoping to regain support and return to IBT leadership, unsuccessfully attempted to overturn the order. Hoffa vanished in late July of 1975. His body was never found. He was declared legally dead. Disappearance. Well, what's claims and development? 1989, Kenneth Walton, agent in charge of the FBI, that he knew what had happened. I'm comfortable, I know who did it, but it's never going to be prosecuted because we would have to divulge informants, confidential sources. Match DNA hammer, a ticket from a brush, from Mercury Marquis. I had a foster son. Alright, well, okay. Let's go to his early life. Born in Brazil, Indiana, from lung disease when Hoffa was 7 years old. Family moved to Detroit in 1924, so he was 11 at this time, raised where Hoffa was raised and lived the rest of his life. Hoffa left school at 14, began working full-time manual labor jobs at a house painting to support his family. Great, didn't come from wealth, probably, hopefully no degree. Real man working. Married, laundry worker. Been at a strike. Had a daughter. Barbara, oh, she became a judge. Oh, his wife lived to 2008? No. Oh, I think, is his wife still alive? Oh, interesting. Early union activity. Grassroots as a teenager, grocery stand, job paid, growth of the Teamsters Union. He did do work. I mean, if you're in charge of the Teamsters Union, you're growing it. You're not just, oh my God, put a pink ribbon on. Oh my goodness, we care so much. He actually did have hustle. Raised by other unions, including the CIO and extended team. Although he never actually worked as a truck driver, he became president of Local 299. Los Angeles, he never went to college. presidency. Worked until he was dead, basically. Post-prison. Okay, I think we got it. No stupid degree. Didn't come from wealth. Worked a real job. Worked until he was dead. Legal or not, ethical or not. He gets a perfect score. It's amazing how criminals and mob bosses get that. Would I like to have a beer with him? Hell yeah. Do I think he could run for president? He could. I'm not this corporate union blue collar white collar guy. Go work for corporate America. You'll learn to hate those fuckers too, especially nowadays where it's all political. He could run. I don't know if I'd vote for him. I'm sure, his political. I don't know. He must have had some business acumen to rise and lead the labor union. I don't know if he was an outright communist. Negotiations, team the presidency. Well, jury tampering, mail fraud. Maybe he shouldn't run for president I take that back. No, if you're a criminal like that, no, you don't respect democracy. He'd be power hungry. He'd be a power hungry man. So there you go. I'd love to have a beer with him, but reluctantly, on second thought, he should not run for office. So there you go. All right, questions, answers, links down below. See everybody later. Toodles.